might be a little loud. There, that'll be fine. Good morning, chubby hubby, or afternoon if it is that where you are. Where's my little tripod? Yeah, so I've got a touch of the crud. Touch of it darn near killed me. So you're gonna hear that probably in my voice, and I know I look like crap, but it was all I could do to put shoes and real pants on this morning. So, but I'm a bit of a social person, and I missed work on Tuesday. We were semi-closed on Monday. We had a truck come still on Monday, but we didn't open up to the public on Monday. And then I called in sick to work on Tuesday. So I haven't got to talk to anybody in like 3 days, and it's driving me insane. No matter what I do that wants to look that way. Oh, well. Oh, so yeah, I apologize if I'm sucking my nose every 10 minutes and if I cough and things. If that bothers you, maybe don't tune in today. If you guys know that I'm not going to infect you all the way from here. So welcome to my living room, and you're safe from the cooties. And yeah, I just thought it would do me some good to socialize a little bit and to play with some rocks. I really want that thing to quit looking that way. Let me see if I could tighten this up again. It still just wants to, there. Yay, I got it. Don't touch it. Maybe I should wear a mask too, just in case. I think we'll all be okay. Besides that, it'll just make you tougher anyway. So I went out New Year's Eve day for a rock walk, and I was just delighted. I've done Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day hunts before. I certainly don't get that opportunity every year, but it has happened. And I did go out New Year's Eve day. It was beautiful here. It was like 50 degrees out, 45 degrees out. Excuse me. And my mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, whatever you want to call her, I get along really well with my ex and his family, and vice versa. He gets along really well with my family. We co-parent really well. We just don't live together well. Good morning, Carol. Anyway, my mother-in-law dropped off a whole bunch of really awesome books for Christmas for me, and I dug right into those. And then she stopped by again the other day. We did a quick little gift exchange, and she said, I've got a box of rocks that I got from the Sherman place, and we're going to talk about that first before we look at rocks. And I've had them for a long time, and I didn't appreciate rocks when I was out there helping. We were doing a living estate sale, so old man Sherman was there, and he got such a kick out of me. I would find some weird thing out in the shed, and I'd go running up and ask him, can I have this? And he'd be like, you can have it if you can tell me what it is and what it's used for. And the one thing I remember in particular was, here, I'm just going to use this cell phone stand as an example. It was a clear, like crystal, like you guys know the crystal doorknobs, the old-timey crystal doorknobs. It was a clear crystal handle, and it had a little hook on the end of it. And I said, I know exactly what it's for. Back in the day, your pots and pans didn't all have a handle on them. You had a handle to put to your pot, and it just hooked on there. And then you could move the pot around on the stove or wherever you needed it, and then unhook it, and off you go, Anyway, so I told him, I do know what this is, obviously not the thing, right? But I was like, I do know what this thing is for, and I explained it to him, and he was just tickled. Anyway, I'm just so sad now that I didn't appreciate his rocks more. I'm so sorry, old man Sherman, that I didn't appreciate your rocks more. So my mother-in-law stopped by the other day, and she said, I wonder what's left out there at the Sherman place. Like, I wonder if he had rocks up by the house that he used for landscaping. I wonder what might still be there. And she said all of the buildings are dozed down now. But She said, now would be, she's always so enthusiastic too. She's like, now would be a great time to go look because the grass is dry and short and the bugs aren't too bad. And I was like, gosh, I couldn't agree with her more. So I got dressed and went out the other day. And I mean, I listened to her literally. And so when I got there, I walked down the driveway to where the house used to be and looked around where the house used to be. And I'd spent maybe an hour doing that. And it was really not, it was not good. There were some creepy baby doll parts and some broken cups and glass and boards and some things, you know, still left out there. But it was not lucky there by the house. And so on my way back up to where the truck was parked, I had almost like, I don't know. I all of a sudden got the spatial awareness back about where the bulldozer got those rocks. It might have, but I remembered. I mean, I was out there every day for like 3 weeks helping them do a living estate sale, trying to sell crockery and dishes and tools and, you know, things, you know. And we did a lot of cleanup while we were there doing that. And so, like, I remember as I came up the hill, I remembered going into one of these little sheds on the right-hand side, and it was all full of fertilizer and chemicals and God knows what. And I remember hauling that stuff out of there when we were doing the cleanup years ago and thinking this is probably a really good way to get some kind of weird cancer. It was super icky. And I remember also just across the little driveway there from that building, I remember mowing over some horseradish, and it was just like being bear sprayed or maced or something. Like, it was just about one of the most miserable experiences I've had in my life to mow horseradish. And so as I'm coming up this hill from where the house was up the driveway, it was a big circle driveway. Now I'm coming up the other side of it, and I'm getting all of these memories of where these buildings were and what was in them. And I know that on the left-hand side was a lot of like auto stuff, but I know there was a decent sized shed on the right-hand side that was like fully dedicated to his rocks. And as I approached that spot up the driveway, I found my first agate. Hey, brother. Oh, some weather stripping or something? You can try. You can try. I tried that plastic stuff and it just made a drippy mess. I had oil leaking out of the saw at every corner and dripping down the legs, and I've kind of fixed that, taking the stuff off. But anyway, so as I came around to where the rock shed used to be, I spied that first Montana agate, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and as I stopped to start gathering them up, pretty soon I had more than my little rock bag would hold. And I could see from where I was scrunched down picking rocks up that there were just rocks up the dirt and the grass and mixed in. And I was like, jackpot. I mean, I was on cloud 9. And I quickly realized that I could probably be a little bit picky. For one, I could probably leave anything that was less than satisfying behind. I realized for 2 that I was going to have a heck of a time getting all these rocks out of here because they don't fit in my bag. And so I went up to the pickup and I got a box and a blanket. Every good country girl has a blanket in her pickup truck at this time of year. And I used the blanket like a big sling, and I was literally hauling rocks out of there like Santa Claus in that blanket and just smiling ear to ear. It might be something I need to put behind the seat with the blanket. Huh, Chubby Hubby is a bigger bag. Yeah. So on my walk up to the truck to go get things to put the rocks in, I picked one up and picked another one up, and then put them on the back of the truck, and then got all the, always use a spare hoodie. Yeah, exactly. Like a blanket. Stretch out the pocket, stretch out the sleeves. Yeah, I maybe have done that before. So anyway, I got all these rocks home and then jumped on with Kyle and everybody and chatted while I scrubbed a few of them up, and I sorted them into 2 different boxes. I sorted them into one box that was not UV reactive and another box that was UV reactive. And I still have a third box that I haven't cleaned up yet of like really smaller stuff that looks like it was probably tumbled and also looks like it was probably local material. So, you guys, I truly apologize. If the sound of somebody blowing their nose is something you cannot handle, please mute me. I'll be just a second. Like I say, I'd considered maybe not doing this today because I know some people are really sensitive to that, but I needed it. I needed to hang out with you guys. So I've got a couple like really weird ones right here in front of me. Some smaller ones. Now that's the pits because I got these mixed up and I'd only washed 2 of them. I'm going to say I washed these 2 and not this one. I don't know. These have got to be some kind of a little fossil of some sort. And we'll turn you guys around too. But they look super porous, almost like bone, but yet then again, they almost look like some kind of a little coral chunk or something. They glow orange yellow under a UV, and they're pretty sticky. It does work great. You can make a little like basket out of it. Where there's a will, there's a way. So, I mean, like right here, it kind of looks like a coral, right? I don't know though. Look how pory that is. There's 3 of these little things, and I'm curious to know if they're worth a darn in the inside. I don't know what they are. Corals? Bones? I mean, here to me the grain looks like bone in a big, big, big way. It's a mystery. We'll have to cut it open for science. There was some kind of a little pyrite chunk or something there. You know, what is it? It's not fool's gold color, but reminiscent of. It's heavy like pyrite. And these were just a couple of the like more different looking agates. Smaller ones. So I'm going to turn you guys around real quick. Dynabone. Yeah, I don't know. Why are they round? It's a mystery to me. These are a mystery to me. And I think they've got a date with the chopper real soon. Okay, let's see. How can we do this? Because, like, I kind of just want to chill here on the couch with you guys. I don't want to have to sit in the chair at the desk today. So how would be the best way? Maybe I'll just turn you around just like this. Maybe there's enough light. Give me a second to do a little pinch zoom here. There we go. See, it's almost got like a corally, polypy feel to it right there. And then it kind of looks like bone right there. This one's got a little bit of like blue-gray that peeks through. There aren't a lot of rivers around here. Not to say that he didn't. I mean, obviously, he picked a lot of these agates that I found off the Yellowstone. I can guarantee. Like that first agate that I actually found on my way down to the house, and then spent like another hour down at the house not finding anything, right? But that first agate I walked up to in the dirt, I was like, that does not belong here. We don't find agates like that on the prairie. That's definitely something he brought in. Let's have a look at one of these. So yeah, I don't know about those little bony balls. We're going to have to cut one open and see what's going on inside. And that might not even answer a question. That might just create more questions. Kind of a fun little agate there. I just pulled a couple of these aside. I pulled this one aside because, well, look at all that like filigree gray and white agate banding in that. Super fine. Yeah, I don't know where he collected all this stuff from. Like I say, that first agate that I walked up on, I was like, that's definitely, I mean, it's a Yellowstone agate. There's no doubt in my mind. In fact, a huge majority of what I picked up was most definitely Yellowstone agate material. So there were a lot of other stuff. Here's one that I had from the Sherman place, and we cut one of these last weekend. And we called it the meatloaf rock, or the ham steak, or whatever we were calling it, you know, meat patty. There was some more of this out there. I picked up at least one more piece of this, if not two more pieces of this. And that beautiful, like, agate with the green end. It was the first one I cut in the last video that I was picking the gravels out of. That is such a stunning piece of agate. I'm pretty sure there's another piece of that in there too. Like I say, I am so sad that when I went out there and helped them do all that work, sell all that stuff, clean that property up, I wish that I would have appreciated Sherman's rocks more. I mean, it's because he'd have given me all these in a heartbeat. He would have gladly loved to have seen them go to some, you know, young girl who was going to go do something with them, you know. But I didn't have a saw at the time. I was many years away from getting my saw still. And I was maybe just barely getting into rock hounding, if even. I might not have even been. I mean, I had the forethought to take at least one milk crate worth of rocks from him. But I just, you know, and a lot of that stuff, it was like, well, we'll see if it doesn't sell. If it doesn't sell, then you can have it. And a lot of the stuff, too, he was like, just take it now because I'm delighted that you know what that thing is and what it's used for. So I had a really good time hanging out with old man Sherman. He was a neat guy. This tripod. It's okay. I'm going to go grab the box of not UV. I think I'm going to save the UV rocks and we'll look at them another day. So let me grab some rocks. Ooh. Jeff is here. Hey, Jeff. There was some got a hair on me. Some really weird stuff in there. Excuse me. Some like kind of mediocre junky stuff. It might be cool cut. I really don't know. Something blue. I actually dislike this agate. It feels weird. It's like super bitey. He's probably looking down and seeing you finally. Yeah. Like I say, I think it would have made him really happy to have known that I was going to take a few of these. He would have gladly given them to me at the end of the sale, especially. You know, what was that, a geode? I've got some geodes that have got that same kind of stuff in them. I don't know. Here's a really wonky agate. Maybe it was pet wood once, but definitely now an agate. You guys want to hear something else kind of funny? You know, Caden came home from his Idaho trip with that huge piece of pet wood. And he was here when his grandma was like, you guys should go out to the Shermans and see if there's anything left out there. And I asked him like 3 times, do you want to go with me? 3 different days even. Do you want to go with me? Should we go out to Sherman's? Because it was so like unseasonably nice. And he was like, nah. And so I went out there. And when he came home, I was like, neener. And we'll look at them. We'll turn around and look. Here, speaking of geodes, like, that's a geode. All the way. You know, what's in there? Is it solid all the way through, or is there, you know, I mean, that's the only way to find out. But that's what we got there is a geode. So again, where is all of this stuff from? I don't know. You know, he might have found this locally. It's not the prettiest rock in the whole wide world, but it might be pretty cut someday, maybe. And then, like, the whole rest of this box, except maybe this guy. Oh, this guy. And this guy. This whole rest of this box is like nothing but agate. Neener, Caden. You should have went rock hounding with me. Oh, that's just one of the boxes too, you guys. I've got a couple of them. And then like just tons of other stuff. Oh, where's that jar? Yeah, let's look at that really quick too. I'm going to turn you guys around and we're going to go through this. Oh my gosh, there is just some of the prettiest. This is weird. We'll look at it. We'll look at it the other way. Oh, and I'm telling you, these are nice, but there's some in the other one that are even nicer. Like a lot. Okay. Can you guys see me over here? You maybe could if this sun-kissed box wasn't in the way. Because I don't really want to bring this over here. It's still really gross. Here's a whole nother box of stuff that I haven't cleaned up yet. And it is mostly smaller stuff. But it all looks like local stuff. But it looks like it's been ran through a tumbler. Some of it not. And it was in... Again, I don't want to bring this over there because it's still gross. It was in bags. Do you see the bag? And buried under the dirt. And so I couldn't get a hold of the bag or pull the bag up. The bag was ripping, but I could just kind of dig it. Oh, and the ground is frozen. Like 3 inches down, it's frozen. And so some of the rocks I had to like... I found an old fork. And I was using an old fork as a digger. So, I know there's no way in heck that I found everything, especially like I say with the ground being frozen. I think it would be cool to take some kids out there because kids always have that keen eagle eye and like all the luck in all the whole wide world. So I think it'd be fun to take some kids out there and see what I missed. Because I was like mercy grabbing. I knew that like the sun sets at like 4 o'clock, 4:30 here right now, really early in the afternoon. And so I was kind of like in a race against the sunset and just scooping things, you know, like that stuff in the grocery sack or the bag or whatever it is, plastic bag. I'm like, I don't have time to sit here and pick through it. I'm just going to scoop it up and we'll pick through it at the house. So, I haven't, like I say, I haven't washed all of that, and there's a strainer full of stuff over a 5-gallon bucket that I was in the middle of washing and hadn't finished yet. But here is just a little bit of, like I say, these rocks really, are very familiar to me. They're definitely local material. And I think that they've been ran through a tumbler. So mute yourself. If you're wearing earbuds, take the earbuds out, but this is going to be just a little bit noisy. Okay, sorry about that. And let's get you guys turned around. Let's have a look at some of this. You guys are lucky I put real pants on for you today. It just about took all I had. All right, here we go. Pardon the ride. You guys know the drill, though. Wow, what is so blue? Reflecting off my fingernail there. That was really weird. I've tumbled. There's another one, two more like that. I've tumbled one of these before, and I loved it. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. So again, all this stuff looks real familiar to me. And Mr. Chubby Hubby says, by the way, that he would like to do a slab sale real soon. And I totally agree. We should, could, and would do that. We will do that very soon. I know both Brother and Jeff wanted to see some of these rocks that I found out at the Sherman place. I had kind of bragged to Jeff in one of the chats the other night. I was like, oh man, I found some rocks today. And he was like, show them. And I was like, I will. This is a really pretty feldspar. Look at that flash on the end. That cat's eye. I love that about our feldspars up here. They're real pretty. And I've tumbled a few before too and loved them. I know, right? There's a really cool one in the bathroom too. It's like a pudding stone. And I was like, really? It made me absolutely laugh out loud when I picked it up out of the dirt. I like totally, fully threw my head back and cackled. I was like, really? A pudding stone, huh? I love the pattern in this rock right here. And like, I'm not big on pink, but I kind of like it in that rock. Yeah, anyway, so like I say, I knew that there were a few of you guys who were really wanting to see this. I will go get it. I will go get it. And I know that Chubby Hubby wants to do a slab sale, but I don't want to send anything to anybody right now until I get over this creeping crud that I have. So we're gonna hold off just a little while on the slab sale until I feel better. That way I don't unintentionally send cooties through the mail. I mean, these have definitely been tumbled, I'd say, or something. He's done something to them, right? I mean, let me go grab that pudding stone real quick. Okay, I didn't actually scrub these up. I really just kind of rinsed them. It's still making me laugh. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. I don't know why it makes me laugh. Because of all its personality? All of its spunk? I mean, just what a funny rock. I don't know. Did he just do the one side? Maybe the whole thing is I don't know. It is pretty cool, isn't it? Most of our, what I call pudding stones up here are usually just a little darker color than that. That's kind of a light colored one for around here. But it's very possible. Here's a piece of petwood. Got some druzy in it. Family bus. Again, it's been polished or tumbled or something, right? Like, are there any red jaspers? It's almost red. I mean, it's red in hand. It looks brown on the camera, though. It's not really polishy. A little bit. I'm laughing because I just got a private message from my significant other. You should name it Chunks. I've got thyroid problems, or have had thyroid problems. I deal with it pretty well now, but I can't take any kind of cold medication because it jacks my heart up. And so I was suffering pretty hard this morning. I was pretty miserable this morning. And he was like, you know, my kid keeps telling me, try this NyQuil. And I'm like, honey, I can't. It'll make my heart jump all over the place. Here's a pretty agate. And so yeah, good morning, Bear, by the way, or afternoon. Oh, let's shut that other phone off. Oh, well, it just went buzz. That's not bad. Anyway, so my kid keeps trying to get me to take this NyQuil, and I can't. There it went, ding. I knew it was gonna. And like I say, my significant other was feeling a little bad for me this morning. And he just sent me a message that says, I got the solution. Just avoid mornings. And it's the saucer hunter. He's here this morning. Oh, Bear, I don't know if you were here lurking or not, or if you heard the story about me walking back up to the place where these were. Yeah, I hope I do too. Thank you, Bear. And I hope things are going well for you. I was telling everybody that I got like flashbacks of remembering those nasty chemicals and Sandmaker's here. And mowing over the horseradish patch. It all came like rushing back to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember being here. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Like I say, I actually dislike this one because of how it feels. Like it's weirdly grippy and gross. But it's an agate. It almost kind of looks kind of like graveyard. Yeah, so there's that. Like I say, here's definitely a little geode. Yeah, and I wonder how much of this I just didn't find when I was out there. How much is still out there? Like I say, I literally was packing it out of there like Santa Claus. Like a big old bag over my shoulder. And then my legs hurt the next day, and I was like, oh, it's self-induced because I hauled 30 tons of rocks out of the old Sherman place. And so I took some ibuprofen and went to work and did the truck and came home that night and just wreathed from fever on the couch. It was horrible. Big old chunk of agate. I like that yellow color. It is pretty, isn't it? I don't know what it was. This is weird. But it's cool. I mean, it looks like it's kind of fractury, and it feels softer. Yeah. I tend to lean real hard on some of those more homeopathic kind of solutions because I can't do things like Sudafed or NyQuil, or so I do a lot of hot tea, Vicks, hot baths, things like that. So, but I'm doing good. And I'm really glad to be here with you guys. Like I say, I just felt the last few days like I had an itch that I couldn't scratch. I was like, I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. Am I bored? I don't know. And I think really I just wanted to visit with somebody. I was just feeling a little antisocial, and that's not me. So I'm real glad to get on here with you guys. Check out that Jasper chubby hubby. Oops. Let me drop it right in front of the camera. Well, I'm glad that you survived, Sandmaker. Yeah, Carol. I don't know if I could do that or not. I love that. I love that green color. I love that piece. I wish there was more of that. This, like I say, kind of a more ugly, chunky piece. It is a pretty green, huh? But sometimes the ugly ducklings are the ones that are like stunners coming out of the sauce. So I won't totally discredit this one yet. I put one through the saw yesterday, and it was like the only thing I did all day was cut this rock because I just wasn't feeling well. And I was like, maybe old man Sherman knows something I don't. What is up with this rock? And it's like, I'll maybe show you guys when we get done here because it's still in the saw. Or is it? Did I take it out? Anyway, it was like brown on the outside, and I could see there was a little broken end, and it looked black, but it also looked like it had some like pale agate running through it. Kind of a potato-shaped rock. And I was like, well, maybe old man Sherman knows something that I don't. Maybe I should cut this and find out why he was keeping this, because it just, I don't know. Anyway, I cut it, and it was so dumb. It was just black inside. I like that little finger. It's like a worry stone. It's real smooth in there. Anyway, just another big chunk of agate. Yeah, thanks, Jeff, for reminding everyone. This could maybe be a local material. We get that kind of blue quartzy colored stuff up here. Anyway, not a big deal. What did Chubby Hubby say? Old man Sherman wouldn't have gotten away with it if it weren't for those. Yeah. We found you out, man. We found out your rock was crap. And then, like I say, this might also have been a local material, and it's not really the most spectacular thing in the whole wide world. But you just never know when you might have a project where you want a slab of a piece like that. What is this, you guys? Do you guys have any guesses? Was it a chunk off of a geode? Is it a... I just don't know what that is. I don't know. Like I say, we'll have a look at it. I want to finish going through these, though, before I go get oil on my fingers. But yeah, and I wondered that, too. I wondered if I held it up to the light, if it was some kind of a serpentine or something. This might be opal. J and V says, I kind of wonder, oh, porcelainite. I didn't pronounce that right, but that's okay. And Orichal's Serious Sandstone. Anyway, I didn't get any kind of indications that that rock would be green if held up to the light either. So I just don't know what it is. It's almost seems like maybe it's got some little tiny white agates or fossils or something in it. Actually, I don't know that you were terribly far off, Bear. I'm just randomly grabbing a handful of these. Sorry about my stuffy nose. Nor do I. Nor do I, you guys. We're learning together. We're figuring some of this stuff out together, right? Which way is tight? Listen here, tripod. I've had just about enough of your looking to one direction or the other. Maybe. Oh, good golly. Right is tight. Thanks. Okay, well, I'm tightening the wrong thing is why it's not staying put. Okay. Let's try again. The other right. Rock names make us sound smart. See, you guys, I needed a good chuckle today. Now we're going to have focus issues, huh? Because that's cool. Ooh, look at all the tiny banding in that. Okay, come on, for real. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Turdur. Yeah, and sometimes it's like you think you know, oh, I can learn about rocks or I can learn about meteorites. That's, you know, that's an interesting hobby. I could learn about that. And then the more you learn that you have so much more to learn still. I like some of the little details in that. That's really cute. Little cutie. It's got some pretty waterline in it. It's actually kind of a stunning little agate. Again, that looks like Yellowstone material all the way to me. I'd almost put money on it. There's a part on this rock with the hole that it's so close to the edge that you can, there it is, that you can see my finger through the other side. See it get dark when my finger goes by and the light shine back through. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you. These are rediscovered agates. They were found once, lost, and then found again. Yeah, that was by far one of my more successful hunts. Of course, it doesn't count because it's not like I went into the wild and found them. I had a good lead. It's almost got just little tiny hints of blue happening throughout it. I kind of like that. Brand new to me, for sure. I just couldn't believe how many just agate after agate. Look at that's cool. I just couldn't pick them up fast enough. I knew I was beating the sunset, racing the sunset. And so I was just hucking them. You know, it's this big pile, just piling them into this blanket. And I was like, this is the best New Year's Day hunt or New Year's Eve hunt ever. I'll never have a New Year's Eve hunt this successful ever again. I was grinning ear to ear. My nose was running. I didn't care. Got some neat texture to it there. Wood grain, maybe even? Or is it just agate banding? I can't properly say. I like the little circles up there too. That's cool. It kind of looks like a big fish face over here. Burp, burp, burp. Okay, sorry. I like this little piece too. It's got a little bit of personality. Kind of a little cutie. There's a dark one. I'm actually kind of surprised that he made it into the not UV box because I would have expected him to glow a little bit. Yeah, perfect way. Okay, so here's the thing too. Excuse me for just a second. I apologize for that. So I started this last year. I started 2023 off with a really cool agate find. And I remember saying something silly like, oh boy, if the whole rest of the year goes like this, oh yeah, this is such a great way to start the year. And then I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I didn't find jack crap for agates this last year. I didn't find hardly any. I mean, you guys came along with me. How many agates did I find? Like none. So I don't want to jinx myself again, but this made up for it. I started the year off with one really nice agate find, and I ended it with a whole passenger seat full of agates. Look at this crazy guy. It's got a little bit of everything. I like that orange. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I tried to send Bear a picture. I was like, there's rocks in there and there's rocks in there. And he's like, I can't see them. The algorithm has compressed the image and I can't see them. Oh yeah, I remember checking this piece out when I cleaned it. It's all druzy in there. What a pretty little piece. A little bit of waterline banding in there maybe. Yeah, for sure, huh? Oh, I love that. And then this one, like I say, what is this? A chunk of a geode? Let's see. Is there an outside edge? No, not really. Purple, green, purple. I don't know, it's odd. Jennifer, I hope you do. I hope you do find that waterline agate. I had my heart real set on some dino bone this year, and I didn't. This one, sure. I didn't achieve that goal, but that's okay. There's always next year. I think that might be real pretty cut. There's quite a bit going on in there. It is next year already now. I need to just start, like, tricking the rock gods. Is that what you're saying, Sandmaker? If I just tell myself and tell the rock gods that I'm looking for jaspers and petwoods and things, then those dino bones will show themselves. Let's grab another handful. Speaking of jaspers, yeah, what's that? I'll wet that one for you. I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the weather to get nice and for rock hounding season to come back. There's just a little chunk of, I'm not really sure what. There were a couple pieces of that. So there those are. I do too. Jeff, I really like the red and yellow jaspers as well. Sorry, we might have just a few too many rocks shoved up there for focus. I don't know what that is. I kind of like it though. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, let's look at that jasper. There were a couple rocks that were cut. There was a couple agates actually even that were cut. That's real pretty. I like that green in there. You'll thank yourself if you do that, Bear. Especially with my new high-quality image. Ooh, look at the yellow. Ooh, guys. Man, I wish there was some more of that in there. In your guys' defense, my videos in the past have been kind of fuzzy, and so you probably thought you were in HD. Just with the older camera still. Yeah, I really like that. That's gorgeous. take some kid out there, he'd probably find a big chunk of that for me. Yeah, it's kind of chonky. If we cut it again, we could maybe make a pendant or two out of it. Angie, Happy New Year. Glad you're here. So yeah, the vast majority of this stuff was probably Yellowstone. That's a cool little agate. Look at the dendrites down in there. It's not blue, but it's pretty, huh, Bear? Ooh, look at that neat little piece. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's pretty. There's a darker one. Yeah, I like that lemony yellow color. That's pretty. Oh, hello. Ooh, and the druzy quartz. That'd make a killer cool piece. Excuse me. Sorry. That's cool. I like that. Brother's been chasing the rainbow. I found one. No, not quite the same thing. He's looking for iris. It does look like a rainbow, though. I do, too. Aren't they just the neatest? I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of those Botswanas and other things are really jaw-dropping, really stunning, but there's something to the subtleness and the simpleness of some of these Montana agates that's equally as beautiful. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Yellowstone River is actually quite a ways away from me. So for me to get in my truck and drive 7 miles down the road and 7 miles back and make out like a bandit. You don't have to go to the Yellowstone. Let the Yellowstone come to you. Another darker one. Here's a goofy one. Excuse me just a second. What is that? Yeah, not very far. The Yellowstone is yes, you are farther away from the Yellowstone than I am, but still, that's more than I care to go in a day. It's farther away than I care to even make a day trip out of. It'd almost have to be an overnighter for me. How many clicks is that? I checked that with the UV, by the way, not UV reactive. Yeah, I'm thinking this summer I might try to get out and do a little bit of exploring a little less local. Like, I really like my local hunts. I like to be able to get in my pickup, go just a few miles down the road, putz around, and maybe find some petrified wood or something. You know, my expectations are not huge high. I'm happy with whatever I get in the day. I'll take whatever I'm given. So, but I know that there's, with Kate or Theo or Travis, yeah, maybe. Actually, I was thinking about going down and bothering Jennifer. There's actually some really cool spots within driving distance of her place. It's like, hey, I know someone down there. I'll go stay with her or near her, and she can come with me. She'll have to get not shy, though, so we could put her on camera. Yeah. Yeah, or Kim. Or all of them. Yeah, we should have a big, like, meet. Well, Theo tried, you know, to do, like, meet and greet and stuff, and Jennifer was really hoping I would go, and I didn't because I suck, because I hate to leave my little neck of the woods, because as much of a social butterfly as I am, I'm also kind of a hermit. This one's also been polished. It looks like local material. We're going to move on past that real quick. And let me scoop back these rocks that we're going to look at so we don't have fight the focus. And travel is adventure. I know, but I find that there's plenty of adventure out here on the prairie. Yeah, if you do, Jeff, let us know. That thing is super interesting. That'll be a fun one to cut. In fact, maybe I'll set that aside and take that one to the chopper later today if I still feel well enough to do things. I like that little sandwich. We might make that happen, Jennifer. We just might make that happen. Look at that rind. Isn't that kind of cool? I mean, as much as I love getting to see inside... Daniel, Happy New Year to you and yours. As much as I love getting to see inside the agates, sometimes the rind is kind of cool. And that's kind of one of those where I'm like, ooh, I can see that there may be some things happening in there, but I'd sure hate to get rid of that pretty rind. Yeah, Jeff gets around big time. Let me have a sip of my coffee real quick. Look, he's got buddies. He's got Klingons. Kind of a pretty piece also. You know, when you come up, at least rent a van. So when you go stay at the Yellowstone, you can say that you're staying in a van down by the river. Again, how fancy is that rind? I kind of like it. I always say lovingly jealous. That's my way of putting it. Lovingly jealous of your big saw or your vibratory tumbler or your trip to Florida. Lovingly jealous. Love that you're doing it. Wish that I was. John's talking about getting a mystery mobile and then just like making the stops to go see all the rock hounds. And just all jump in the Mystery Inc. van and head to all the cool places. Yeah, Carol, thank you for stopping in. We'll do this again soon, so come on back. But it might help. I don't mind the Beatles. They're pretty A-okay. That's a pretty piece. Look at all the dendrites in that. That's cool. I like that. Tumbling through town near you. Yeah, I like that one. We did it. Oh, we missed one. I moved the tripod and he was under the tripod. We missed one. So we did it though. We looked at this whole like... Look at that mountain of rocks. We just looked at all of those. And there was a few big ones over there too. Hey, there goes my tripod. What's a great slogan? That's my mom, guys, by the way. Say hi to Mom. We love rock moms. Yeah, that's just one box, one pile. This was all the stuff that was not UV reactive. And then some of those little tumble pieces too. Did I bring that out? I did. Whoa. Like I say, I got a... Excuse me. A strainer full of stuff here that I've really only just rinsed. That looks like local stuff. And then I find these too, like, yeah, this. Where they look like they're like coral on top. And then like rock on the bottom. So again, this stuff all looks really familiar to me. All stuff that I find out here. Ain't nothing but a rock hound looking at the ground. You ain't never seen an agate. You ain't no friend of mine. You know, that's not the most spectacular rock in the whole wide world. But again, you might have that project where you need that piece. So that one either. That one was frozen in the ground, and at first I couldn't tell if it was a pet wood or if it was a jasper or if it was a junk rock. I'm kind of convinced it was the latter of the three at this moment in time. This looked like something he had tried to polish. And it's kind of cool, but it's like fractured and weird on the back. I want to read that John comment. Excuse me. I'll show you these while I lean over. By the way, we checked out your friend. Marissa is her name. We're so overwhelmed with her story and adventures. What a great gal. She must be so proud. I must be so proud. So thankful for pointing her. Yes. She is getting ready to go to the Gem and Mineral show this year. And so if you have ever thought about purchasing one of her thin section photography photos, it's not even a purchase. You just make a donation and then go pick a print. She would greatly appreciate those donations to get her down to Tucson right about now. Oh, there's my pajama pants on the floor back there. Like I say, you guys are lucky I put real pants on today. I wasn't much feeling like it. She, you know, as much as we're a little rock family here, the Meteorite gang is very much like that too. We're pretty close-knit and very much like a little family unit. And so for her in particular, that is, I mean, her social highlight of the year is, and her time to get caught up with all those people that she misses desperately when it's not Gem and Mineral show. So just the idea of her going down there puts a smile on my face. But if we could send her down there and make her comfortable while she's doing it, all the better. So if, you know, money's not a concern of hers, if she can go down there and just know, you know, that an Uber's fine, you know, a nice dinner's fine. I want her to be able to enjoy those kinds of things while she's out and about. She doesn't get all of the opportunities. Her opportunities are very limited compared to a lot of us who are more able than her. So she is so cool, huh? Yeah, I feel really lucky, you guys. Like, you know, if there's one thing that COVID was good for, it was pushing everything online, you know, really like launching Zoom things and stuff, excuse me. And for me, as rurally located as I am, it's just it's an opportunity that I wouldn't have otherwise had, that to get to know you guys and to get involved with meteorite meetings and things like that. Not something that, I mean, I would definitely not be as far along as I am now without the help of the group and my rock fam. So I feel naked and useless. I'm sorry, Bear. We love you. We love you regardless. If you're flexing your wrench today or not. Where's her link? I'd love to see. You know, I know she advertises quite a bit on Facebook. She's not real active on YouTube. Her thin section photography is for sale at Topher Spin Meteorites at that at q.com under the Marissa tab. So that's a real easy way to find it. Just go to Topher Spin Meteorites. I know, right? Poor Bear. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I truly appreciate Marissa. If there's ever a time when I'm feeling down about myself, I chin up, because there are people out there who have struggles far worse than mine and who still keep a positive attitude. So I love that about people. I love that resiliency in people. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there who are like self-conscious, okay? And that's not me. And one of my favorite things to tell people who have body image issues is that we all have a body. We all have one, and they're all different. And thank God for that too, because if we were all the same, how boring would that be? So, yeah, when you come across a really inspiring story like that, it's heartwarming. Cool. Yeah, actually, I'll probably throw it into the Discord if I think Bear might be fetching the Topher spin link right now, but I could be wrong. No pressure, Bear. We already made you feel naked and worthless. I'd hate to pressure you, too. So, yeah, definitely, I mean... Oh, Andrew's popping in at the very end. So, okay, we looked at half these rocks. Like I say, there's another box full of beautiful agates and great big cuttable materials. Excuse me. There's also that box of smaller stuff that looks like it maybe had been tumbled, and maybe some of it was just on board to get tumbled. I don't know. I'm going to have to look through it later. I wondered about doing it on a live, but it just doesn't. I think I've pulled out some of the more impressive pieces, especially that goofy pudding stone. I like this one too for the tumbled pieces. That goofy pudding stone, it made me laugh. John, we appreciate dad jokes and silly humor in here. We really do. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to show you all the rocks today because it's going to be this week's video is me finding them and then coming home and cleaning a bunch of them up. So I don't want to blow it all. I don't want to show you everything that you're going to see on Sunday, and we'll have something to come back to maybe next Wednesday as well. We can look at some of those other rocks. I do want to go find that black rock that I cut the other day and show you how absolutely disappointing that was. I was pouting about it. I was like, it's the only thing I did today, and it's stupid. Yeah, I'm usually like really, really active and really quite social. And so to just sit still, and not do anything was really hard for me. It was driving me crazy. Yeah, it's disappointing. So sad. Black. Like I said, brown on the outside, and I could see through the brown and was like, oh, it looks black, but maybe some blue over here. Black. And I looked at the rock and I was like I say, I was like, maybe old man Sherman knows something I don't. Hey, Bear got a new phone too? The struggles are real, huh, Bear? As I was in Karen's live the other night, and she was like, maybe one of my mods could share that link. And I was like, it's so hard for me. I can't do it. Well, Andrew and I thought that too. I thought, again, let me grab that a flashlight. I thought, again, you just never know when you want a black chunk of rock for some kind of project you're doing. Let me grab my light. Excuse me. Sucking my nose again. Sorry. Okay. See what I mean? It's got some like white... little agate-y looking bits in it. Anybody got any guesses? So I did scoot it over and lined it up to take another piece, and quite a fat piece at that, because I was like, it doesn't have to, I mean, we're not going to get any translucence out of it. I checked the small piece. It's not at all translucent. I had hoped, like I say, maybe for like a serpentinite or something. Oops. Maybe some green or something in there, but no, no such luck. I was just like, it's disappointing. And it like almost took all I had just to go over there and put that thing in the vise. And then I took a nap, and then I got up and cut it once, and then I took another nap, and then I went over and looked at it later, and I was like, it sucks. It still sucks. Oh, excuse me. So, you know, they're not all winners. And I'm okay with that. I'm equally delighted that it sucked, actually, because like I say, they can't all be winners. And if they were, I just don't think that'd be as fun. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Not sending out any rock packages until this is gone. I'm going to see really quick if I can share the link for Topher Spin and for Marissa. My goodness, was that a Google browser for real? Like, okay, I got her here. Tiny URL. Maybe. I've got it open twice now, and I really don't need that. I just want to share it. I love the fact that I can see everything I need to see on a 32. Ah, okay. It should be easier than this, but I don't want any of those links. Ah, that's the one. Sorry, might get there. I might. Right click? No, left click. I know how to fix this. Where's that? Let's get the old phone. Let's get the old S9 out. I'm a little more I don't know how anyone can do this on a smartphone. Tiny letters are just well too tiny. I'm on the struggle bus. I'm sorry, Bear. The good news is that crap storms don't last forever. It's good news. tinyurl.com. Shh. I'm on this struggle bus too, I think. Oh my goodness. Bear, how have you been doing this for me every time? I just want to share. I just want to share the link. Oh, I had it for a second. Drop here to... No. I'm so sorry, you guys. What did I just miss? Did somebody just get it up there? They're acting funny, huh? Okay. That's good to know. And that's very possible. Copy. Sorry. Let's see if this works. Oh, hey, there I am. There's one. Chubby Hubby got one with the tiny buttons and everything. I'm going to share that. It didn't work, but look what came up. Thank you, Angie. I'm glad you like them. Some of them do, Bear. I totally agree with that, Chubby Hubby. Absolutely agree. There are some bigger guys out there who are absolutely, and bigger women too. Like I say, we've all got a body and they're all different. They're all beautiful in their own way. Yes, Marissa. Yeah, and there's Facebook links and stuff too. I'll try to share some of those in the Discord. Yes, it will, John. Yes, it will. Let me go back really quick here and show you. So there's Marissa and Topher, and that looks like Mike Kelly, and oop, I touched something. I'm not sure who else was in the background there. I know who that is, I just couldn't see. So I search Topher spin meteorites, and I click the tiny URL, place an order. And I'm actually going to go back because it took me right in there to Marissa's stuff. Okay. Once you get in here into the Topher spin thing, there are these little things down here across the bottom. About us, notes, meteorites online, blah, 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 NWAs, tiki. Does that say Marissa? Yep, Marissa PrairieGirlRocks. You can click either one and it'll take you to my stuff, or click Marissa's and it'll take you to Marissa's stuff. And then what I tried to share that just said sexy thin section photography was this right here. Click here to see more sexy thin section photography. Oh, and it's taken me to her Facebook. So Topher spin meteorites will get you there. Contribute to Marissa's future through the Able account. So there's the link for that. If you just get in there, run those little icons down across the bottom of your screen, and you'll find Marissa's name. Click her. It'll hook you up with all the links right there. And yeah, she's just blows my mind. That stuff is so beautiful. Like, seriously beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, as much as I'd like to just plaster the walls with, banded agates and, blah, beautiful, pretty things, like, her stuff is, all pun intended, out of this world. Super stellar. I'm sorry, Bear. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Were you there on my live when I said, opened the rock saw up and said you can't cut rocks all day if you don't start in the morning? And then I started hearing a tiny voice and was like, what the heck is that? And my phone was like, what the heck is that? And it was trying to answer. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh, you guys. It's for real, for real. So we are all struggling today. I think it might have something to do with this head cold I've got, is making things more challenging than they need to be. I was really hoping I'd be well today, but no. I need my coat back. Can she accept PayPal? Yeah, I think the PayPal and the Able account link up so that way. The problem with trying to help Marissa with the outright donation, why it's got to go through that Able account, is because she lives on benefits. She's a single gal. She can't work. I mean, she could if somebody would give her a job where she could just do some typing or something, but it's not overly achievable for her. And so she's on state benefits, and if we give her money, she is supposed to claim that money through the state, and then her assistance will go down. So we can donate to that Able account, and that doesn't affect her income. If we should put it that way. So that was the best option, rather than just donating straight to her, because she can use that money for things like moving. She would like to move to Arizona so she doesn't have to travel every time the gem show comes through town. I think that's ultimately one of her goals. I mean, her short-term goal right now is just to get there this year and go be with everybody. And but like ultimately her long-term goal is to raise enough money with her photography to move. So that's quite a big goal for her, really. I found a piece of what I think is palisite meteorite on eBay. Can I send you a picture? Absolutely. Please do. I would way rather you send me a picture than be taken advantage of. Palisites are easy too. I'll be able to tell immediately if it's legit or not. Did you guys see that thing? Rufo was sharing that gun. Somebody made a like Winchester gun out of meteorite. Oh, he shared it first, and I'm not joking. That thing made it through the meteorite community like wildfire in the next 2 days. Everyone was like, "Look at this!" And that thing was pretty cool. But man, that's how many people are on in the market for that? That thing was insane. Yeah, palisites are pretty easy to pick out if they're fake or real. For me, anyway. At this point in time in my experience, they are. Yes, absolutely. All of you guys, if you ever have questions and want to make a purchase, please let me know. There's been some people who have sent me some emails and are like, hey, I just wanted to, before I placed a bid on this auction, I wanted to check with you. And yeah, that person was the person that sent me that email. I had to reply with, heck yeah, I would bid on that. And I didn't. I mean, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Send me a picture. I'm not going to go outbid you. So, but yeah, I told the guy straight up, I would bid on that meteorite in a heartbeat. The price is right. The price is more than right. And that's a beautiful, beautiful specimen. Off-topic question. Yeah, go away. Rocky Mountain Bear is giving himself smack for using coins to make things. I think his exact words the one time where you learn real quick not to make things out of valuable coins. And then he did it once and he kicked himself, might be still kicking himself today for it. I think it's kind of funny. Chubby Hubby, I know you're a coin collector. I know that Jeff likes coins. I also am a currency and coin collector. How many more of us are? And why do those two things go hand in hand so frequently, coins and rocks? Are we all like squirrels, or magpies or something? We're just go get something glittery and bring it back home. Yeah, really. No kidding. It's almost a hindrance. Like I've got coins and bills tucked everywhere. I dabble, says the saucer hunter. They can really get touchy sensitive about it, can't they? Absolutely. Absolutely. So are copper. And there you go. Andrew loves coins as well. I try to keep a little bit quiet about my coin collection because I don't want anybody to ever think that this is a good place to like go find a coin collection, right? It's bad enough that I proudly display my meteorite collection, but I kind of assume that any regular thief isn't going to know what the hell to do with those, even if they did get their hands on them. So I feel a little more confident in flaunting that, but I keep my coins and currency collection kind of low key. I don't brag about it often to anybody. So, but yeah, I noticed, Chubby Hubby, I watched one of your videos and went through and checked all my pennies. I was gonna load you a roll with one of your missing pennies, and I have the 54 penny that you're missing, but I've got it in like a D, and you need the no mint mark. You know, I hide all my stuff so that no one comes in and takes it. And I can't find some of my older pennies right now. I know they're here. I just don't remember where I put them. So that, I wanted to surprise you in your package with a cool little, pre-planned roll hunt. But that didn't happen. I tried. It just didn't happen. Right on. I've got some cool old Canadian silver too. Yeah, definitely. I made a list, Chubby Hubby, of some of your missing pennies. Real quick question. You said you were going to run through your nickel books and other books that you were putting together. Have you done that yet? Did I just not see those videos? Are they there and I just need to go find them? Because I'd love to know what you're missing in those departments as well. But yeah, I mean, not yet. Okay, good. I've always worked with cash. I've always worked in a cash register. I've always worked with cash. And all of my bosses have always known that I want the silver quarters out of the till. I'm not going to give them out in change. I'm going to buy it for a quarter out of my till, right? And so I know there are some places where you work where they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't mix your money with our money ever. But a lot of my bosses are really understanding and trusting, and as long as it's never caused a problem, it's never going to cause a problem, and they don't mind. So I've been really, really lucky. I remember going to work one day and dropping, we have to count the till every time we did a shift change at this particular job, and I dropped all the quarters into the thing and got ready to count them, and my coworker over my shoulder said, there's silver in there, I just heard it. And I was like, what? And she said, you've got a silver quarter in there, I could hear it. And I was like, oh. And sure enough, I had a silver quarter in there. So yeah, working with money my whole entire life, and my grandpa had an amazing coin collection. Again, I had a grandpa who was into lapidary, who made agate tables and things, and I had another grandpa who was an avid coin collector, and I guess that just kind of rubbed off. Right, Bear? And he's very adamant that he didn't cheat. He found them all in rolls, legitimately found them all in rolls. He didn't go out and buy any of them. And I was like, well, it's not cheating if you find it in a roll and I put it there. So I checked through some of mine and see if I could find that 54 he was missing. And then I was like, I'll probably send it to him and he'll be like, thanks, but between now and then I found it already and don't need it anymore. But, you know, yeah, I mean, hey, if we can hook each other up with an extra little treasure like that, why not? Or hooking each other up with rocks and cool stuff, why not share that too? I sent Bear just a couple goofy little coins because, again, I don't want anybody in coin collecting to come unglued because he made something out of some old Canadian silver. So I did send some just goofy coins his way and was like, you know, if you want to drill a hole in these or turn it into a bell or whatever, you want to punch the bear right out of that coin and make a pendant out of it, you just do that. So yeah, I sent Bear, you know, less valuable stuff, thinking he might want to do some smithing with it, some metalwork with it. But, and then I actually went through some stuff, and I have some old Chinese and Japanese silver, and I almost sent one of those to Bear, and then I almost sent actually quite a few of them to Bear, and then I found out that they're worth like $100 a piece, and so I almost pulled a Bear. I almost was like, hey, destroy this valuable coin for me, would you? So maybe won't do that this time. Maybe. maybe later. Wow, you were on a roll, huh? You want to see it real quick? And I should do something with it. I should sell it or something because it's just getting old in the box. Excuse my sniffing. I mean, I don't have a need for it. I don't collect foreign currency. I have a lot of foreign currency, although it's not what I collect. I should do something with them, you guys. I should sell them or something. They're just getting old and gross in this box. But they're beautiful. See, like, they're tarnishing and stuff. I got to get them out of here. I got to get them out of this box. It's no good for them. There. Are we back? I think we're back. Yeah, Bear, if this is the kind of stuff that interests you, I'll send you some pictures. Pick a couple out. Yay, we're back. Yeah, they're old. And, like, some of the artwork on them is really cool. Would you, Andrew? Those are all kind of the same. There's another one like that. Another one like that. Another one like that. Another one. Yep, those all have the dragon on them. Ooh, that one's a little different. I'm not doing anything with them, you guys. Like I say, I almost sent you a couple of these, Bear. And was like... I don't need a safe. I just tied them up my butt. Not literally, of course. There's another one with the dude on it. This one's got, you know, art on both sides. It's kind of cool. Hey, Jackie. And Jeff wants one too. Well, I got plenty, you guys. I got lots of coins. One for the each of you. as to seeing one of those in your box. You know, I mean, it may happen in the future. Like I say, I just don't really, they're not doing anybody any good in this box. Here's a bunch of foreign. Please, one with the dragon. Here's a bunch of foreign. And I just don't, I don't foreign. Bunch of it. And it's mostly all been given to me. So I really don't have an emotional attachment to it in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, those big silvers, those are kind of cool. And they're old. As far as I've come to tell, they're quite old. So yeah, anyway, I find it really odd that we all are just, like I say, a bunch of magpies or a bunch of squirrels, and we just go get pretty things and bring them home. I do too. I like them all, actually. Even the one with the guy on it is not terrible. I mean, I wish they made some of our money that pretty. They used to. They used to make our money pretty. Yeah. 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 Yeah, well, and, you know, that's why we stack silver. You know, we stack in case we run into an emergency. We stack in case the price, you know. Again, I have no emotional attachment to those, thank goodness. For the apocalypse. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and luckily enough, my grandpa had instilled that into me as a kid, you know. It used to be really pretty, yeah. Yeah. For sure, huh? A hedge against inflation. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, well, I just, yeah, still, yeah. See, and I don't have any of that. My grandpa used to just walking into his closet, Susan B's is still rolled, you know, Standing Liberties, oh, just, oh my goodness. And my dad only had 3 of us kids, but he had older sisters quite a bit older than him, and they had like 7 kids each. And so the collection got, you know, incredibly split up when Grandpa passed, and I didn't wind up with a lot of it, which is okay. I mean, he instilled that in me, so it wouldn't have mattered. I'm gonna do the same thing he did. I'm gonna weigh my closet down with with coin collection, and like seriously, it's insane. It's under my bed. It's in the closet. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Oh, so. Yeah, and the rocks are the same way. I've got them freaking everywhere. It's insane. So, Caden says he wants to keep a couple of those silver coins. I think you actually might even have some up in your safe, in your money safe.
You already made me check, and I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
You know, you better pick a few out then, because these guys would like to maybe pick a few too. You get first pick.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to do it now, but go put a few up in your coin box.
Yeah, let me,
See, and then my kids got a coin collection too. It rubs off. And charge admission. Yeah, I like people, but I also kind of like my own space, so maybe not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, swing them detectors, boys and girls. Swing them. I've never really found anything exciting with my detector. Junk. Lots of junk and hot rocks. That's okay. I still go out and give it a try every now and then. But yeah, lots of adventures for the spring, for the upcoming spring. I'm just excited. In the meantime, you guys, like, I just went out and bulked up my cutting material. Yeah, me too, Bear. Me too. I have stuff that isn't
such a long pause. I wish I was like.
Try to help find your collection. Yeah.
I can do it for like 3.
Yeah, you never know, right?
It says 4, but nada.
Maybe.
Not in a million.
Maybe.
Million.
Anyway, the kids are home now having lunch. I bet you guys are glad to see me in the upright position and not crying,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
It was a rough morning.
Who are these people and why do they want the coins?
Bear wants one, Chubby Hubby wants one,
I see.
Andrew wants one.
No, I think not.
Because I think it's really weird that we're all rock hounds, but that we all have a little like side, or even maybe a predominantly have a coin collection. What are the chances of that?
How many can I pick out?
Just hounds in general.
Take a few, baby.
Sorry, I'm trying not
Like
to
I say, I
scratch
thought you had.
it. I did not.
I thought you already had picked out a few of those.
I had not. I wish I did.
True. True that, John.
It's just a rock hound thing that we all like coins too. They're all pieces of
Yeah, it's
They're all pieces of metal.
That's what Bear just said. Silver and gold are minerals too, right?
Mhm.
Copper is, in fact, raw copper can be really pretty. So, yeah, help yourself. Like I say, you don't have to do it right now. You can do it when you get home from school. Take your time. Look at them. This is Bob. Bob has, what's your shirt say? No arms. Knock, knock. Who is it? It isn't Bob. And on that note, I think we should end the show. But yeah. Well, now that I've spilled the beans and we're all going to go watch Chubby Hubby's video and check our pennies for his missing pennies. And now that I've spilled the beans on the silver over here, we'll have to exchange some private messages, you guys. And I don't see any reason why we can't make something happen for you.
Can I nab these
So,
ones?
you can nab them. Consider them nabbed.
Let's go.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
And I'm gonna go get some lunch and re-up on the ibuprofen, because if I let that go, it's kicks my butt. It's all under the same elemental table. Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear that, John. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She appreciates it. We all appreciate it. And yeah, we'll have a video this week where we look at some of these, me finding some of these rocks, trying to haul them out of there like Santa Claus with my nose running. And we'll look at the UV bunch next week, and we might even, if I'm feeling better and I have time to kind of set up before my live, maybe we'll check them out under the UV too. Otherwise, I might do a recorded episode where I'm running the UV in the recorded episode. And Chubby Hubby requested a slab sale, and we'll do that in the near future as well. So yes, be good, stay healthy. And have a happy new year, guys. I'm glad to have got a chance to hang out with everybody. I needed it. I needed a little interaction with my rock fam. So yes, we do get the song. I'm getting ready right now, Angie. Are you gonna sing along? Do you know the words, son?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to sing along?
Not really.
No, he doesn't. Oh, I'm going to try. It's not going to sound nice. It's okay. You guys don't care. I always do. It makes me smile. Okay, here we go. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a blue one and a green one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. It makes me laugh too, Angie. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me, and we'll do it again soon. Have a good rest of your week.